club football, he pisses all over him. So
This is Messi. We all know what Messi can do.
A lot of flair, a lot of skill.
people might forget the names, but the streets certainly won't.
FTLOL.
Yes, people, welcome back to another FTLOL podcast. This one is a fast food episode, boys and girls. Jack, are you hungry, mate?
I'm very, very hungry. I'm hoping this quenches my appetite.
Let's bloody hope so. To be honest, I'm already in doubt with about 5 of these. I have no idea on some of these, but let's just go through what exactly we're doing, Jack. So do you want to explain?
Yep, so we're doing a tier list and we're back on YouTube this episode. So if you are listening on the audio, hop over to YouTube and type in hashtag FTLOL tier list, because that's probably the best way to view this one, really. So we're ranking UK fast food restaurants, but not necessarily British, just fast food restaurants that are in the UK. We've got 5 tiers. So we've got God tier, which self-explanatory, the best of the best. Good eats, decent, more than decent possibly. Average meal, bang average in the middle. Disgusting without fail. So yeah, these are the ones you don't want to eat. And then not sure, never had, which there's probably quite a few of these to be fair. I've not had, but that's sort of the 5th category there.
That's it. Yeah. Right. The first on our list then, Jack. Beefeater. I'll be honest. I've heard of it, but I've not actually had it.
So I have had it. It's a bit like one that's also on this list, which I know you have had before, which is Harvester.
Right. Okay.
They're pretty similar. So yeah, I suppose how we'll do this as well. If we have 2 different views, we'll just kind of meet in the middle, I suppose, and put it in the middle. But Beefeater, it's really difficult because I would probably have it in between disgusting and average.
Right. Let me just say, if it's anything like Harvester, you're gonna have to put it in disgusting.
Yeah, put it in disgusting.
What I will say though, it's one of those things. You know, when you go on holiday, and you drive, you're going down the M roads and whatnot. You always seem to see one of these types of restaurants or fast food chains, like a Beefeater or a Harvester, isn't it? Just as you're going down the road.
Yeah, there's one quite local to us actually that I think the only way you can really get there is by car. You can't really walk there.
Nah, but yeah, we might as well tell you where. I mean, unless you disagree, Jack. Harvester.
Yeah, Harvester. To be honest, the last time I went Harvester, I had an absolute shock. I think I had like chicken and chips or something, and it came out cold. Yeah. So yeah, that's not good.
My missus loves it, right? She likes a free fucking salad.
People like the salad, yeah, but I mean, it's not really that good of a salad bar.
Why would you want salad that's been sitting there for days and people dipping their fingers in it and shit like that? Why would you want that? Like,
I thought it'd be a thing of the past, isn't it, with COVID and stuff. Like,
yeah,
I don't know how they're gonna do that now.
How are you gonna get sweet corn that tastes like Nana's fingers? Right, right. Let's go next one. What is this? Brewer's Fire? Am I saying that correctly?
Yeah,
Fire.
I've never heard of it, so that's got to go in that not sure, never had.
Sounds shit though. Burger King. Now this is going to be a debate.
Right, for me, it's average.
Explain.
I think their burgers are
King.
okay. I wouldn't say they're that good. People say they're better than like the best burgers on the fast food, but I say they're okay. The chips, I can't really remember, but I don't think they're as good as McDonald's and stuff like that. And it's just a little bit, well, it's not really pricey, but just compared to some of the other stuff in that sort of range, it is a little bit more pricey and not as good value for money. So I'll probably say average. They
I'm
do
with
have
you.
a good selection of drinks.
Yeah, they're, to be honest, I think years ago, maybe just as we were growing up, they tried to rebrand because they were always competing with McDonald's, weren't they?
I think I used to prefer Burger King when I was like a little kid, but yeah, ever since
I
like
think they tried to rebrand to make themselves like an upmarket kind of fast food restaurant, and it's just not worked. But personally, I mean, people bang on about their chips being better and stuff. I personally don't prefer their chips. And you're right, you're paying like what, £8 for a burger or some shit?
mm, yeah.
No, not for me. I think you're right. Average. It's still decent food, but not hitting the good eats or god tier mark. Right. No idea with this one. Chop wok.
This looks decent, but I've never been. So we'll have to go. We'll have to go and never had. But yeah, sounds good.
See, for me, noodles and shit does not count as a fast food uh, type of meal for me. I don't know. Right. This one, creams. Now, before you say anything, creams for me just reeks of teenagers, hoods up, bloody headphones, sitting outside, not actually eating anything, and then maybe that one person inside that's gone in there, I don't know, on their Larry's, eating an ice cream. That's all I visualise when I see creams. What's the other one they have?
Casper's is on here as well. I think I've been to Casper's once, but not. I've never been to Creams, but they're basically the same thing.
Do you what do you feel? Like? For me, I mean,
I've never been Creams, but I think so. Again, just like Burger King, but worse in terms of the prices of these places.
yeah,
They're just a rip off again. Like when I go to like Italy or somewhere, you can get a lovely gelato for like a couple of euros, and then you go to this place and it's like £5 or £6 for just.
so what you're saying,
And
getting
there's a reason they're always empty. I know you're saying what you're saying. You think about it. Every time you ever walk past one of these places, they're always empty.
yeah.
No one is ever in there. So I think that says it all, to be honest.
I don't know how they
It's,
keep afloat.
I think it's kind of harsh to say disgust without fail, but that's probably where it's got to go. They're not. It's not actually bad food. It's ice
Yeah.
cream at the end of the day, but I just think it's not a good, just not a good restaurant.
I don't know. I mean, what I gather from what you just said is basically go to Italy, buy a ticket to Italy, and then have a gelato. It's probably better off.
Yeah.
Right, next one, Domino's Pizza.
Um, I'd I'll probably say good eats because I'm sort of thinking about God tier already, and I don't want to stack it with stuff.
Yeah, I'm with you on that. I can't call it. Well, I'm not. I think it's a bit of an average meal. Um, they're not. Their pizzas ain't bad, right? But they're not like, for me, blown away kind of pizzas. Like there's one on here that I normally get, but I don't know whether it'd be the same for you. Um,
Um, Probably if we are getting a takeaway pizza,
yeah,
we would get Domino's. Uh, it's not my favourite pizza on this list, actually, but the one that I like the best on this list. It is fast food technically, but it's not. It's not a takeaway. But yeah,
yeah,
it's. I think yeah. Put it in average for now. That's probably one to maybe revisit depending on what else we've got on the list.
right. Next one, Ed's Diners or Ed's. Is it Dizzy Diners or is it
Ed's
Easy Diners?
Easy Diner. This is another one where I've never been. I heard good things about their milkshakes. I'm not sure about the rest of their food.
It. I've been in the restaurant, sat down, and didn't get served for about half an hour and walked out. So in terms of service and stuff, piss poor. But in terms of the food, I have no idea. I mean, I looked over and it looked okay. So we're gonna have to put it on not sure really, aren't we?
Yeah, I think so. If neither of us have ever been, there's not really anything we can do other
Yeah.
than to put it in there.
That's it. So next one, not one guy, not two guy. Decent footballer, by the way. But Five Guys. Obviously, I can't go for health reasons.
Oh yeah, they'll put it in peanut oil, don't they?
I love a bit of peanuts.
Yeah, this is one I'd really like to have actually, because people absolutely rave about it. I know it's expensive, but apparently the chips they give you like a bag and then they put extra in or something like that. But I've never been, so
To me,
yeah.
the burgers don't look that good, you know. Like the buns don't look. Don't know, it just looks a bit sloppy. But I know people bang on about Five Guys as if it's the next coming. So but yeah, we haven't seen it, so that's not sure. I wonder how many of these not sures we're going to have actually in this podcast. Right, Frank and
Quite a few.
Benny's. Frankie and Benny's.
I'd probably say average. Yeah.
I've been. It's average. It's not like amazing. Again, I think they put more effort into the actual restaurant itself in terms of design and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Into the food, trying to make it an American experience, isn't it? But yeah, I'd go average. Nachos, the ones I'll probably get from there. Right, I'm surprised this is not Byron Burger, to be honest. I can't see Byron Burger on it. If Byron Burger was on it, it'd be God tier for me.
So I've never been here. I've been Byron Burger.
Yeah. This one here, gourmet burger, it's still nice, and the burgers are nice. I'd say more of a, me personally, this is the way I feel, but it's more of an upper class Burger King.
Well, that's the name. They're trying to market it as that, aren't they?
Yeah, GBK. So I don't know. I think it's a I'd say good eats for this one. I wouldn't say it's fast food though. I normally sit down in this place. So
yeah, but it can still be it can still be fast food and eat in as long as it comes out fairly quickly. If it's like Byron Burger,
yeah,
then yeah, I suppose good eats is fair. I've only been Byron Burger maybe once or twice, but I did really like that, and I know it's not on the list, but
now
yeah,
you make me think. Yeah, okay, go on. Put it there. Byron Burger is an elite level for me. Right, next one. If anyone ever thinks of, I've seen tables in Greg's, but I don't think I've ever seen anyone sit in a Greg's and eat anything.
they did that. They did. I don't know if anyone took this up, but they did like a Valentine's offer before.
What
I
to
don't
eat
know what
inside
it was
Greg's?
like, 15 quid or something. You got a load of pastries and stuff like that. But I'm probably going to surprise you. I would have this as good eats because for what they are, I don't think, there's no one really that's anywhere near them for what they are. But I suppose that's the highest it could possibly be because it's a bakery really. But yeah, where would you have that?
Yeah, I think you're right in terms of being a bakery. There is another one on this list, I suppose, that would rival it, and I would say is more classier. But again, another thing with peanuts that place as well. But yeah, Greg's. I don't know, man. It's a bit for me scummy. It's like scummy England, Greg's. It's one of those like Woolworths kind of thing. Like it just associated with Brexit.
Yeah, well, I think the towns with the most Gregs per square mile or something like that. That's the sort of ones that are having a lot of Gregs. I think when I went up to Manchester, there was everywhere. But I think Newcastle and stuff like that there's a lot of them. But so if you would have it in disgusting, then I guess that averages out at average, does it?
Yeah, go on, put it in average then. Right, Hungry Horse. There's one near us, to be fair, Jack. I don't know if you've ever been.
No, this is another one I've never been.
So I only went when I was quite young, and it was they had a little play bit and stuff, but this may be just specific to that actual.
Oh, is that the one by the colonnade or not?
No, no. But yeah, this one, yeah. How can I liken it? A bit similar to Harvester, I'd say. That kind of vibe anyway. I can't quote them on food of recent, so maybe put it. I'm not sure. Never had. Just because of recent, I don't know with them. And you've obviously not been there. Right, Casper's. Now you said you've been to this place.
Yeah. I don't think you can really have it any different to Creams. They're basically the same.
But no one goes into Creams. You've been into Casper's.
Yeah, that's true. It's a weird one because what they actually do, I quite a lot. I mean, I like ice cream. Most people do, but I just think it's not great. Like, to be honest, you're better off getting a tub of Ben and Jerry's or something like that.
Bit of a weird name as well for an ice cream place.
Yeah.
Okay. Right, next one. KFC.
God tier.
You think?
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to surprise you, Jack, because KFC for me, I don't think is God tier. Every time I've been there or of recent, I just feel like the food has not been as good as it's been hyped up to be. There's been stories of like poor hygiene ratings as well. I don't know whether you ever look at that stuff, but for me, I do when I go out, especially near us anyway. I don't know, man. I prefer it's not on here, and maybe it's a South London thing. But favourite chicken, that's
favourite chicken definitely got to, yeah.
That's God tier, favourite chicken. We used to spend days in there, man. We knew them like they were our brothers. Favourite chicken. So I can't do favourite chicken justice. I do think it's good. It's like, for instance, KFC is better than Burger King, Frankie and Benny's and whatnot. So are you happy to put it good eats?
Yeah, I'm happy to put it good. I've seen, just looking at what's left is a lot better than what we've been through, I think.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, I think this next one has to be God tier.
This is the godliest of the gods.
Yeah.
It's got to be. Like,
yeah.
Yeah. Well, we haven't said what it is yet. McDonald's.
Yeah, those who are listening on the podcast.
Yeah.
McDonald's, yeah. Yeah, I mean, you can't go wrong with McDonald's. You know exactly. You've been drilled since you were a kid what you want and what you can get. I mean, it's fucking bad for you. I mean, all this shit is bad for you. Shouldn't be any of this shit really, but yeah. I mean, anything from milkshakes to ice cream, McFlurries, whatever. Apple pie is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, apple pie and the McFlurry together.
Is that what you do?
Yeah.
Bit of hot and cold. That's a nice combination. Yeah, good
Have
shout.
Have you ever ordered any of their special burgers? I don't know if it's true. You can apparently order a land, air, and sea burger where you get a filet of fish, like a beef burger and a chicken burger.
Is it?
Together. Yeah. I don't know anyone that's ever done that, but
I think next time you go in, ask.
Yeah.
You'll get slapped in the face. Right, next one. This is, I don't know if, internationally, I don't think this is a thing internationally. But in the UK, this is a major thing. Nando's. For me, I don't go there often, but this is up there with God tier. Just looking.
I don't know. I do like it. I've definitely come round to it. I didn't used to like it. It's not that I didn't like it, but I just thought, what's the point of getting it when you can get KFC? Even though it is different sort of chicken, but it's for me, it's in the middle of good and God.
All right, let's put it in good then.
But I might revisit that. because
Okay.
it depends on how much is got on each one, I suppose as well.
Well, the next
Yeah.
one.
Well, one thing about Nando's,
Go on.
first time I went was when we won the league in year 9, and then we went there as our celebration meal.
Oh yeah, well, oh yeah, our football team. I thought you were talking
Yeah.
about Arsenal then. Fuck.
And then the next time I went, was when my school won the league in year 9, and then we went there to celebrate as well, and it was the same one that we went to both times. So yeah, there's some good memories there.
Gonna have to win down farther side and just take it to Nando's again, just to
Yeah.
keep the tradition going. Papa John's is next. Now I like Papa John's. I wouldn't say it's god tier, but I'd say it's good eats.
I'm not sure that I've had it,
Okay.
so yeah, I'll let you
Let me
go
just
on that one.
good eats.
Yeah.
Good eats is that one. Pizza Express.
So this is one of my favourite restaurants, I think.
Yeah.
So I'd maybe have that in God.
I'm fine with that. I mean, I've had a few. It's good for the kids as well.
Yeah, it is good for the kids.
Pizza Hut, the most expensive piece of
Right.
pizza.
The thing is with this, right, there should be 2 Pizza Huts, because Pizza Hut takeaway is completely different to the buffet.
Yeah.
And I don't know, the takeaways, I would say maybe disgusting, but the buffet is really good, I think, or good value. But I actually get quite a lot of the pasta when I go for the buffet. I
Mate,
like to mix it up a bit.
can I tell a story quickly while we're on here about buffets, just while you're mentioning buffets? Do you remember you went to Chinese buffet when we was like,
Yeah, and they said no peanuts.
they said no peanuts, and I ate peanuts, came out of a rash. Like, luckily, it was hours later. I went down the hospital. But what I remember from that day, apart from that, was this guy that I'm talking to on the podcast. He goes around to the buffet, and any normal person would pick out the food. You know, maybe like 1 chicken wing, 3 if you're being really, really greedy. Jack, what did you do? You took the whole fucking silver dish from
Yeah,
the
I
buffet
had 50 chicken wings.
and they, and they came over and said, "What the fuck? Basically, what are you doing?" And he goes, "What? It's a buffet." and
But I did eat them all.
he said that you got to eat them. You have to eat them all, or you can't leave. And that's the idea, really, isn't it? You wanted to eat them all.
Yeah, I don't know if I was doing a challenge or what, but that was my favourite thing from that particular buffet. So yeah, but you almost died because they said, yeah, that you should have sued them, really. I mean, you could have got a bit of money there, but oh well.
Too
I
young.
don't know.
No,
I
but
doubt they're still going.
no, I don't think they are. But yeah, where was we at? So yeah, that was Pizza Hut. So what we
So
saying?
what would you view this as? Would you view this as the takeaway,
I think so, and for
or
me,
is it?
it's fucking expensive. I mean, we can view either. Either way, talking about value for money, I'd say it's an average meal for the value for money. However, if you're in the restaurant, I'll say good eats. I wouldn't say god tier.
No, I wouldn't say good tier.
So I'm happy to put an average meal.
Yeah,
Not
yeah.
just
Take it if you take it in the middle of the 2, because really you're not going to get Pizza Hut takeaway. I don't think there's just a lot of better options.
yeah,
I would only go in there for the buffet.
yeah. That's the Fulham logo, isn't it?
Oh yeah.
Pret à manger or pret à manger or whatever the people
So
say.
is this the one that you prefer to Greg's?
Yes, and this is the one that also had the nut issue. I think some girl died a couple of years back, and now they're taking it very seriously. But generally,
Yeah.
it's this is what I normally get before a flight. So if I go out on holiday,
So do I, but that's because there's no other option.
yeah, it's true. No, you can either get that or a McDonald's breakfast, can't you? Or you
No,
go to Jamie Oliver's
Oh
fucking
yeah, is it North? No, it's South Terminal, isn't it?
one of them.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, it's limited options, but they never fail me on a flight day. So for me, again, it's definitely not God tier. I wouldn't put an average meal because I know that I can go there and it wouldn't be. It doesn't feel like shitty stuff, and I think there's more effort put into their meals compared to Greg's. I feel like Greg's just throw shit together. Like for instance, you'd have like Deirdre at the back making an egg mayonnaise sandwich, and then putting it in some little shitty plastic container.
I
They
don't
go,
know how you can have Pret above Domino's though. I know they're completely different things, but just looking at
for
having
me,
Domino's as average and
yeah, I'm
I'd probably put Pret, I
average.
don't know, probably average. Looking at that, it's better than
It would be, yeah. I mean, if you're looking at it,
Harvester. It's better than Beefeater and stuff like that. Is it as good as KFC, Nando's,
apologise. No, it's not. You're right.
Papa John's? Yeah.
Next one, Prezzo. I have been there.
I used to go there a lot actually.
Where is it now? Is it all shut down? Or?
Shut down the one near us, yeah. Do you know what? They're way better when you go as like a two. I've been there a few times as groups, and they're just absolutely rubbish. Like they don't know what they're doing. But the food's actually pretty decent. It's
You
not a bad price.
can't really go wrong with. Is it pizzas? Most of the stuff they.
I like to get the calzone there, but yeah, they do pizza. They do. I don't think it's as good as Pizza Express, but it's decent.
It's got a more upper class feel to it, though, isn't it?
Yeah, they really try and make it like that.
Special night. Yeah, I'm happy with Good Eats. I don't know about you. I think it's not. I don't think it's in line with. I mean, if you ask me if I wanted to go out for a Prezzo or Domino's pizza, or have a Domino's pizza indoors, I'd rather go for a Prezzo.
Yeah, so would I.
Let's go with
Although I probably do get Domino's more, but it's just convenience. But I would definitely rather have a Prezzo.
it. Yeah.
And they're on. They always have offers on as well, which is good.
Yeah. Shake and Shack.
Shake
No,
Shack.
Shake Shack. Sorry.
This is apparently really good.
What
But
is it?
I've never been. It's like Five Guys, basically, similar sort of thing.
Never been. So not sure. Never had. Subway.
I don't know on this one.
I'll be honest. The only time I probably had this a Subway, do you remember we went to Bournemouth? And
Oh
we
yeah,
for ages for a place to eat, and we ended up in bloody Subway, and someone got their hair cut. So,
yeah.
look, it's between for me disgusting without fail and average meal, because some of their food is a bit shitty. But the food that I've had, it's been okay. It's not been great.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really. There's only one sub that I would have. Like
Me-
you know me, I don't really like cold sandwiches, and I know obviously they do have some that are heated up, but it's the meatball marinara is the only one I would have.
Yeah, same.
So
Yeah,
I don't know.
let's go disgusting. I think because
I wouldn't choose it. Like it's a decent. I don't know if it is. It used to be a decent price. It was like £3 or £4. You got it with a drink and a cookie or whatever. But it's not really good, is it? It's not good.
nah. Right, so we put that in disgusting without fail. We have right. Table on Table. Never heard of it.
I don't have a clue what that is. Wine glasses, so it's probably a pub of some sort, but I'm not sure.
It might be might be equivalent to one of the other ones we've got coming up. So not sure. TGI Fridays.
Right, I used to really like this, but I had a bad experience at TGI Fridays, but it's got nothing to do with the food.
Birthday wrong?
Well, we went with the other half's family, and we had a load of tables and stuff. And then one table just drank a shitload of alcohol, and then we split the bill at the end. So I wasn't happy. But in terms of the actual food, it's decent. And no, do you know what it was as well? Because
Can't
I
blame
think
them.
they messed up the order as well, so they gave us a discount because we were all doing our own tables. But because we all got a discount, they just lumped us all together. But it actually ended up costing more because they had so much drink. But yeah, I mean, it's all right. Like, it's quite good for kids, I think, as well. And they do obviously quite a lot of stuff. Um,
I mean, I wouldn't
I'm trying.
mind going. Like, it's not god tier, but it's good. It's good eats. I wouldn't
I'm
say
trying to think of the other place because what's the one with all uh the rock stars, the musician stuff?
hard rock.
Hard Rock Cafe, yeah. That's where we go. They're always in foreign countries, so we go there if we
Yeah,
were abroad to try and go there because it's basically the same as TGI Fridays.
yeah.
Um,
TGI Fridays is a body version of that, but yeah, I'd say it's good eats. I can't put it on the same level as Greg's, man. There's no way that can be on the same level as Greg's.
yeah, that's fair enough. Put it in good eats. I'm trying to. It's a bit like Frankie and Benny's, but it is better than Frankie and
Yeah,
Benny's.
I'd say it's better.
Do you know what are good? Their cocktails are good.
I've never heard of. I know. I'll just add their milkshakes and stuff like that. Normally when I go to like these American restaurants, it's nachos for starters, a milkshake, and then a burger. You got to stay true to what it is, isn't it?
Yeah,
Wagamama.
I would probably have this God tier.
Right. I don't. For me, like I said earlier on, noodles and shit like that do not don't sit right with me for fast food. It
No, this is definitely a stretch calling this fast food.
yeah, I don't
But
understand, but
if you discount that, what would you have it as? I guess a lot of it is. Are you
I don't.
allergic to a lot of it, or?
Yeah, I'm allergic to it. So this, I'll take your word for this one. So I'll put it God tier. But yeah, for me, I've been in there once, and I said, so basically, obviously, I've got a peanut allergy. So I asked for the menu, and basically, I could only have salad.
Actually, do you know what? There's one thing that really pissed me off about Wagamama's. I don't know if they'll do this now because of COVID and stuff. They just sit you on random tables.
Well, next to people.
Yeah, basically, and they just bring your food out whenever. So I actually put it in good eats because
Fuming.
because if you're taking the whole experience into account and not just the food, because the food, there's a few things. Katsu curry is just brilliant. It's better than anything you could get from any of these other restaurants, and also the gyozas and some of the ramen stuff as well. It's really good. There's quite a few good things, but
I
yeah,
miss.
actually the
Yeah.
whole setup is just so stupid the way that they do it.
Yeah, but this next one, this setup for this one, probably the best setup of all of them.
Yeah, so this one is Weatherspoons.
Yeah. For me, the one that comes to mind, and I know it's not a Weatherspoons, but it is pretty similar. We could have picked it any other day. But when England was in playing Sweden, I believe, we went there, didn't we, Jack? And
Is that not a Weatherspoons?
well, you said it weren't, so I
Oh,
just
maybe not. Maybe it's another chain, yeah, but they're
but
basically the same thing.
basically the same shit. And you know, who else can? What other place can you go to on this list at say 11 o'clock, 10 o'clock in the morning, getting ready for the England match, have a few beers, order a plate with, I don't know, bacon, sausages, some nachos, some chips, whatever you want to throw on basically, and call it the meat feast or some shit, and all that for like 20p. Come on, it's unreal, man. For me, and this is not taking into account the taste. It's god tier. If you take into account the taste, it's disgusting without fail.
Yeah, I think. Yeah, this is a weird one because obviously you've got to. If you're saying it's Weatherspoons, you have to take into account the fact that they serve alcohol.
Yeah,
Um,
you know,
so
fucking
good. I don't think good eats is the correct thing, but good time. 'Cause you would have a good time there. So I don't know, with that one. I think it's either going to be.
look. Where else can you go to a restaurant, have a beer,
It can't be God tier. It
Headbutt
can't
Allen
be
on,
God
on
tier.
table number 37, whilst going getting another beer, watching the England game, munching on a bloody, I don't know, smiley face, high-fiving your mate when England score. But in terms of food, if we're going to put it strictly to food, we're going to have to put a discussion about foul, aren't we?
I think you can.
I
You
can't.
can put it. I think you can put it above disgusting because of the alcohol. Because
Yeah, go on.
yeah, average. Yeah.
It's got to be done. Right, and across the road from that, Wimpy.
I used to go a lot when I was little. Well, I
Sorry,
think I did anyway. I
Yeah,
don't know if it's still there anymore.
this was from our parents' generation. They used to go
Yeah.
Wimpy if it was McDonald's.
I did have it once recently. To be
Good.
honest, I didn't really rate it.
It's like a cafe now, isn't it? It's like you get like
Yeah,
paper plates and shit.
and I didn't rate their chips either.
No,
I do have fond memories of it though.
So
But
you
if I'm
can't.
rating it on current, I don't think it's very good.
No, it would be disgusting about foul. I think for me, it's in
Yeah,
the same category as Beefeater and Harvester.
yeah.
It's a shame. Like I was saying, it's the Brexit. It's the kind of Brexit bit there is disgusting about foul. Yo sushi.
I may have been here, but I'm not really sure.
I've been here. There's these ones where they've got the conveyor belt kind of things
Yeah,
in
yeah,
the middle of the shop. Like, so I can eat here, and although I didn't eat much, if you're talking about the experience, it's a nice sit down kind of thing. You had a day of shopping, sit down in a yo sushi, and watch your food come. You know, watch the person before you pick up your food, snot all over it, and then give it to you. It's nice. It's a nice experience. So yeah, I mean, the fact I can eat there, it being an Asian food, then yeah, I'm happy with it. I mean, I wouldn't say it's amazing, but I can't compare it to like the likes of Wagamama or anything else. So for me, if you haven't been there, I can put it on average meal. I wouldn't say it's disgusting.
okay.
Right, we're left with two. ZZ's Pizza.
Again, I don't think I've ever been here.
You've not been to ZZ's?
I don't think so.
No.
I've been to Prezzo, Pizza Express. I don't think I've been to ZZ before.
They fall in the kind of same category, to be honest. Yeah, it's I wouldn't say amazing. I mean, with the other pizza ones, I mean, I'd rather go ZZ's than Domino's Pizza if I'm going to keep on comparing it that way. So I'll put it in the good eats. Right, Miller and Carter, you must have been here.
Yeah, I've been here.
What are you saying? Steak?
I mean, I've had better steaks. To be honest, I'm not the massive fan of steaks, even though when they're done right, like some of the best meals I've ever had have been steaks, but I wasn't blown away by this.
Not a steak and chips and a glass of red wine.
I wouldn't have had red wine. I
Oh.
don't really like that.
Broaden your horizons.
And white doesn't really go with steak, does it? But
No.
I think probably average.
I'd say good, but
Well,
Uh,
that's the end of our list. But what say we do, we get to pick one
to
where
change.
we change it. Yeah.
Right, go on, you go first then.
I would probably have to say moving tough one. Probably KFC to God.
Oh, right. And for me, I'm going to move KFC back down to. I'm joking. For me, I'd probably. I'll probably put Million Carter back up to Good Eats, or back up to Good Eats.
That looks quite good now in terms of how much is on each row as well.
Yeah, I mean,
Well, not for the audio listeners, but for the people on YouTube.
we have to go through for the audio
Yeah.
listeners. God tier is KFC, McDonald's, Pizza Express, Good Eats, Gourmet Burger Kitchen, or GBK, Nando's, Papa John's, Prezzo, TGI Fridays, ZZ's, Wagamama, and Miller and Carter. Average Eats, or Average Meals, sorry. Burger King, Domino's Pizza, Frankie and Benny's, Greg's, Pizza Hut, Pret a Manger. This one should be well higher. It is Weatherspoons, Yo Sushi, Disgusting Without Fail is the next one. Beefeater, Harvester, Creams, Casper's, Wimpy, and Subway. And then ones we never heard of, which I'm pretty sure most people would have, or never been to, or not sure about. Brewer's Fire, I believe that is. Hungry Horse, Chop Wok, Ed's Easy Diner, Five Guys, Shack Shake, or Shake Shack, sorry, and Table. Yeah, what I've noticed is where you can sit down basically is either Good Eats or God tier. Apart from actually no, I'm chatting rubbish because if you look at Disgusting Without Fail.
Well, yeah, it's either the best or the worst, isn't it?
Yeah. So you're probably safe being a takeaway.
Where would you want to go to then, out of the ones that you've never been?
The ones I've never been. If I wasn't allergic to peanuts, it'd be Five Guys. But apart from that, it'd be Shake Shack. That looks quite good. What about you?
Yeah, I want to try Five Guys. I think I probably will try at some point when everything opens back up.
Yeah, no, fair enough. Right, that leaves us then with a very hungry stomach, and an episode finished. Nice one, Jack. I'm gonna go and eat now. At late at night. People, thank you for watching. Thank you for listening. Make sure you check us out on the socials at FTLOL Podcast. That's Twitter, LinkedIn, Instagram, obviously YouTube. You know we're on it. Just make sure you refer us and give us a like, comment, and subscribe. But as always, keep it FTLOL.